Most important Indian polity one-liner notes. 201. How many times has the President declared a national emergency? 3 times. 202. If the President wants to resign, to whom he will address his resignation? Vice President. 203. What is the maximum age limit set for the post of President of India? There is no maximum age limit. 204. In the event of a deadlock between the two houses of parliament, who presides over the joint session? Speaker of Lok Sabha. 205. How many types of emergencies are there in the Constitution? 3. 206. In India, how many times has the President declared a financial emergency? Never. 207. To protect and improve the environment and to safeguard forests and wildlife is enshrined in Article 48A. 208. How many times the President of India can stand for re-election to his post? As many times as he wants. 209. Within what time frame all the ordinances issued by the President during the recess of the Parliament must be approved by the Parliament within 6 weeks after its reassembly. 210. Who elects the Vice President of India? Members of Parliament, both elected and nominated. 211. What is the maximum possible strength of the Rajya Sabha? 250. 212. How many members are there in Rajya Sabha? 245. 213. Who decides on any dispute regarding election of Vice President of India? Supreme Court. 214. From where the parliamentary system of the Government of India has been adopted? British Constitution. 215. Which parliamentary committee scrutinizes the report of Controller and Auditor General of India? Public Accounts Committee. 216. To whom the PAC submits its annual report? President. 217. Who is selected as the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee in the Indian Parliament? Leader of the opposition party. 218. Who is currently heading the Public Accounts Committee? Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. 219. How many members of Rajya Sabha are nominated by the President? 12. 220. Who has the authority for suspension and revocation of suspension in the Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha itself. 221. Who has the power to suspend a member of the House for disruption in Lok Sabha? Speaker. 222. Who cannot nullify the suspension of members in Lok Sabha itself? 223. What is the strength of the Public Accounts Committee? 22 members. 224. What is the tenure of the members of Rajya Sabha? 6 years. 225. Which is the competent body which sets the conditions for obtaining citizenship? Parliament. 226. Who has the power to create All India Services Rajya Sabha by 2/3 majority? 227. How many members from Lok Sabha is chosen to the Public Accounts Committee? 15. 228. To whom the Parliamentary Affairs Committee submits its reports? President. 229. Who appoints the chairman of Public Accounts Committee? Speaker of Lok Sabha. 230. What is the current strength of Rajya Sabha? 245. 231. To whom the cabinet is collectively responsible? Lok Sabha. 232. The bill sent to the joint sitting of the two houses of parliament has to be passed by a simple majority of the members present. 233. How many members from Rajya Sabha is chosen to the Public Accounts Committee? 7. 234. Who is regarded as the head of the state in India? President. 235. Who has been entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring the payment of fundamental rights to the High Court and the Supreme Court? 236. Fundamental rights of Indian citizens can be suspended during national emergency. 307. In which article is there a provision of right to equality? Article -14. 237. In which article is the protection of the interests of minorities considered? 29. 238. Directive principles of state policy in Indian Constitution were taken from the Constitution of which country? Ireland. 239. In which part of the Indian Constitution there has been talk of establishing India as a welfare state? Directive principles of state policy. 240. In which part of Indian Constitution social and economic democracy has been ensured? Directive principles of state policy. 241. Through which the Indian Constitution ensures economic justice for the citizens? Directive principles of state policy. 242. Which part of the Constitution deals with the directive principles of state policy? Part 4. 243. Which directive principles have a direct effect of Gandhi's moral philosophy, prohibition on cow slaughter? 244. Who said about Ram Rajya through village Rajya, Mahatma Gandhi? 245. Which amendment of the Constitution gave the directive principles of state policy a position of prominence on fundamental rights? 42nd Amendment. 246. According to Indian Constitution, who is the head of executive, president? 247. From where has the Indian Constitution taken the federal system, with a strong center, Canada? 248. The concept of rule of law is a special feature of the constitutional system of Britain. 249. In which chapter of Indian Constitution are the people guaranteed fundamental rights? Part 3. 250. Under which article of the Constitution can any person raise the matter of violation of fundamental rights directly in the Supreme Court? Article 32.